Hello, this is the Tradesight US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Wednesday, the 20th of December 2017. Hope you're having a good trading week. It was a little more interesting on Tuesday. Doesn't mean a lot got done. It was a drift the whole way. We'll take a look at it. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I thought we'd have some good times Tuesday and Wednesday. Monday was a question mark. We haven't really seen much. After this, everybody's going to head out for the holiday and not check back in, and next week's going to be a joke. So this is probably the final market preview for the week, and then we'll do one for next week over the weekend, but we may not do one tomorrow night like we usually do for Thursday, Friday. We'll see what happens. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is a daily chart of the broad market futures form. Nothing really changed. Let's go take a look at all the major indices, and then we'll go from there. So crude oil closes up 15 cents to 57.70. Gold down 240. Doesn't really matter. S&P cash index down 869. NDX down 3260. Remember, there was a new 13 sell signal on the NDX the other day on the cash index. So that's what's causing that roll. Remember, we're at the end of the year here, so this is kind of weird because nobody wants to sell anything. At the same time, you get some sell signals, so we'll see what happens. Stocks down $1.39, no big deal. Biotech's down 769. That also doesn't matter. The VIX up 50 cents at 10:03. The trend closes the session at 1, which is a little off the lows, but still takes out a bigger number from 10 days ago, and that puts the 10-day moving average at 0.95. And then if we get a low reading tomorrow, we're going to take out a 1.4 number. So that's going to lower that moving average. Remember, we care about the moving average at 0.85 or lower. NASDAQ volume 2 billion shares. That's less than on Monday, which is weird because Monday was the volume warning. We've got advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ at negative 696, on the New York at negative 836. Google loses 531, but it's very near the highs. Apple down $1.88. Also near the highs. Amazon down 320, near the highs, but still under the 13 sell signal. Netflix down 340. 13 sell signal was 2 months ago. It's still under that. Tesla down 777. By the way, a 13 buy signal. Very strange stuff. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF down $1.65. Goldman Sachs down 354 on the session. All right, so let's take a look at the intraday action. So after Monday being so flat, which first day of a new option cycle, Tuesday, we had a little gap up on the ES. We filled it, and then we went lower, and it was just a drift. It wasn't anything major. We did trade average daily range, but we basically just drifted to get there. NASDAQ side did not gap up. It actually gapped down, so we had conflicting gaps. Never filled the gap and headed lower. Filled the gap from the prior day. Okay, great. And that was it. That was the low of the session. Literally, the gap fill was it. So gap fills matter, and we try to teach people that. But, again, if we don't get some action on Wednesday, it's not going to happen Thursday, Friday, and the 4 days next week. That's it. There's nothing else to look at. Let me go through the data that's coming out through the rest of the week, just so you know what's coming in case we don't do a preview for tomorrow or for Thursday. Tomorrow on Wednesday, existing home sales, 30 minutes in. Crude oil inventory is an hour in. On Thursday, final GDP for the third quarter at 8:30, along with Philly Fed and unemployment. We've got the housing price index at 9. We've got the CB leading index at 10. We've got natty gas at 10:30. Friday, core durable goods price index, personal income and spending, those are all an hour before the bell. New home sales 30 minutes in, and the University of Michigan sentiment. So there's a lot of data left this week. I'm not sure it's going to matter if everybody's already checked out. We had little action today, so if we don't see it tomorrow, I'm sure we're done for the year. We'll see what happens. Charts as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading week and maybe the rest of the year.